Reduce the power of notables on the league-specific Atlas passive trees for acquiring logbooks, breach splinters, simulacrum splinters, and the audience with the king. And an audience with the king. This is balancing change. I don't care. Delirium encounters and maps now reward one simulacrum splinter. This is a balancing change. I do not care. Give us 1,000,000 splinters every simulacrum until the game's finished. Nobody would care. Oh, it crashes the economy. Oh, it unbalances the game. Who cares? Give us another act. Give us another playable class. Don't mess with that single other thing. Give us the content. It's an unbalanced mess. It's a whatever. At least it runs well. At least there aren't bugs that crash the game every 5 seconds. When we look at this in totality, because we can look at each one of these in specificity, right? We can say each one of these is good. Each one of these is a perfect example of a balancing change that was so important and it made the game so much better and it was the greatest thing in the world. But if we look at it in totality with the perspective of the entirety of the game, we have to consider every one of these as an enemy of finishing that game, as an aspect that occurred instead of, in place of, in replacement of. That is the problem at its core, is that these aspects do nothing. They serve zero purpose. They offer no benefit to that goal, because that goal is the only goal when the game is not done. When you launch a half-finished game, you give me a half a plate of food. When I ordered it, and I ordered it knowing it was going to be half a plate, and that it would then, in time, not be half a plate. Every single second that it is not half a plate and you are replacing a carrot with a cucumber, oh boy, you got me messed up with that one. That's yeah. This is not a comedy show. This is a problem. We got a problem. And we have had problems like this for over 1.5 years now. So, simulacrum splinters can now be obtained through delirium counters in all map tiers with the amount scaling up by tier. I'm going to say this is a good change. No, I'm not. It's a balancing change, but it is a change in the way that these things work. It's a mechanic change with a balancing change. It's kind of like a mishmash. Mix and match. Excuse me. Mishmash was intentional. The base number of monsters spawned in delirium encounters has been reduced, and the number that emerge by touching fractured mirrors has been greatly increased. Congratulations. Do we get a new playable class because of that? Did that change move the needle towards us getting a new item category? Does this work towards getting us more story? Oh, it doesn't? Then it is a complete waste of time. Reduce the intensity of the fog in delirium encounters. Congratulations. You have now wasted your time and mine. The number of monsters spawned from breaches has been reduced. Oh my god. I do not care. Give me so many monsters on this screen that it breaks the game, or just up until that point, because that would be hyperbolic. Let's say the monsters in breaches did not get reduced during this patch, and we think back on this time. Would we care or remember? Would it have made any difference in the world to us if the monsters were at 50% spawn rate and now they're at 35% spawn rate? Huzzah. You have now finished your game. Congratulations, you're at 1.0. Oh wait, no you're not. A higher percentage of the total number of breach monsters spawned are... This is a mechanic change. I get it. It's spawning early in the encounter. It's different than reducing the total percentage. It's like, instead of spawning them, if this is the entire encounter, now most of them spawn here rather than spawning in the entirety evenly. You're on thin ice with this one. This is reduce the number of small breach chests found. I do not care. Brute spinners can now be obtained from breaches in all map tiers. I'm neutral on that one too. Breach and delirium encounters are now considered to be complete when you open the clasped hand or delirium mirror. This is a mechanic change. We're okay with that. Strong boxes now spawn slightly more packs of monsters in maps. Are you freaking kidding me? What are we doing? What are we doing right now? Let's say the percentage value was 50% spawn rate. Like, let's just say if 10 monsters would spawn, over the course of an encounter, you get a monster a second or something like that. And now you get 11 monsters instead. They went to work that day to make strong boxes now slightly spawn more packs of monsters in maps. I don't even begin to understand why anyone would ever bother. This isn't even a waste of time at this point. This is like, are you out of things to do? Do you just need busy work? Cause you could change these percentage values for the rest of time, right? You could tweak this from 3 to 7, or from 3 to 8 to 3 to 7 for infinity time, right? Is there nothing else going on? Do you just need to make up things to do? Is this just like we're all here twiddling our thumbs going like, gee, I wonder if we have enough stuff for everyone to do today. Let's have Larry work on the strong boxes. Let's give him an excuse to keep his job. What are we doing? What is happening right now? The game isn't done. What is this nonsense? Omens. Okay, let's just moving on. All right, you know what? That really just that was like a moment. I'm having a moment right now because I'm appreciative and just like so happy and just I care so much about this game, and seeing something like that is like, I mean, here's the problem. It's just disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the developers, the development studio, the game, and the players. It's disrespectful to everybody. You don't have a finished game. Your content isn't done yet. Why on God's green earth are strongboxes now spawning slightly more packs of monsters and maps? What? I can't even say who gives a shit because no one's gonna respond. Omens now always appear as ritual rewards in map areas. There is also a small chance for an additional omen to appear. Congratulations, you made at least a 51-49 change. 49% bad, 51% good. You can call that balancing. You can call that whatever. I'm going to call that just barely scraping over the edge of quality change. The vendors in the Ziggurat Refuge now, and those in your hideout now correctly have level 65 available. Okay, good. So this is, you're now, okay. This is a huge change. This is a massively good thing. If you exit the game while in an end game map area, logging back in to the same character will now place you back inside the map instance if it still exists. Fan-freaking-tastic. If the game crashes, you're right back where you started. Huge, massive. Imagine a game allowing you to pick up right where you left off when and if you log out, close, crash, you do it on, unforced restart because of a Windows update, whatever the hell. Okay, we are not even close to being done, but we are not pleased so far with this one. This was a great start. We are teetering on the edge of problems. Atlas tree passive changes. I see some percentages. Don't you mess with me. Don't you do it. I swear to God, don't do it. Added support for the Asmeri spirits and rogue. Okay, perfect. Added more notable passives. Perfect. Deadly evolution keystone has been replaced by a new keystone. Ugh, I see percentage symbols. Why do you do this to me, GGG? Why do you burden me so? Okay, all right. Let's actually read this. Replaced by a new keystone called Ecological Shift. 40% chance to contain random extra content and 20% less numbers of maps. This was a new thing. They added something. The percentages aren't bad. Calm down. Stop beeping at me. We're going to be okay. All right. Can now obtain 40 Atlas passive points, previously 30. Congratulations. You increased the number by 10. I'll give it to you at a 51-49 margin. You just barely avoided my ire. Crumbling Wall Atlas passive now has 10% chance to add additional breach, previously 15. Previously 2. 3% chance for 3 additional breaches, previously 5. A 1% chance for 10 additional breaches, previously 2. Are you freaking kidding me? When we look at these things in hindsight, it doesn't get better. I thought it would be better than this. I thought there's no way this is that bad. There's no way they just 1% to 2% is this a joke? It hurts. It hurts right here in my heart. This is painful. This is painful. Oh my God. What on earth? No. Banish this to the Shadow Realm. What are we doing by the power of Grayskull? You have got to be freaking kidding me. General improvements. Get me out of there. Oh my goodness. Come on. General changes. Oh, common crash. We've got a common crash improvement. Reforging benches repositioned to more optimal locations. Whatever. Strong boxes now appear in certain Act 1 areas. Cool. Added a stash to the treasure room in the Trial of Chaos. Good. Many fire skills now visually burn grass in areas. Cool. Improved performance Good. Further improved safety checks, preventing using movement skills to skip elevators. Good. The jumps performed when using escape shot and toxic growth now allow you to jump over enemies in small amounts of terrain. Good. Decay debuff from this skill now uses more appropriate visual effect. Cool. Grenade skills now have a small amount of random variation in travel, the distance when firing multiple grenades at once. Great. It's a mechanic change, but it's also a visual change. It's not a big deal, but it's okay. Firebolt now uses the same animation as freezing shards instead of generic projectiles. Nice. Cool. Updated 3D art of the stash and guild stash. Don't care about this, but at least they're trying. Do we see the difference? We see the important versus the unimportant. The valuable expenditure of time and energy versus what in God's green earth are we doing? And I mean this in the most sincere and honest way. What in the actual hell are we doing changing 1% or 2% to 1%, right? What? And if this was such an easy change, if this was just a small thing that doesn't really matter, it makes no difference, why not do this after 1.0? Why not focus every single aspect of resource, time, energy, motivation, all of it on getting to 1.0 and then doing this? If it's such a small thing, it doesn't matter that much. Move it to 1.0 because I guarantee you it adds up. And I guarantee you it is in the list of reasons that is a million miles long. This is spot 243. Alrighty, and with that, we have come to the end of the video. Like the video or dislike it. If you agree or disagree, let me know why in the comments. This video is going to take quite a while to finish, and will be definitely broken up into many parts. So make sure to check out the other ones if you haven't already. I will theoretically be streaming at some point. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, Aramorian signing off.